Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gen Z Sports. Today, we're going to be introducing a new series. I'm your host, Ryan Croak. Um, Today, the new series, Ryan's Rants. I'm sure, as most of you know, every episode, pretty much, I just go on a 10-minute, who knows how long, usually a little bit shorter than that, tirade about something that I think is annoying, something I don't like in the sports world. Um, but believe me, people who know me know there's a lot of crap that I can rant about that's not in the sports world, and today we're going to be introducing those. The goal of this series is to produce short, digestible episodes where I'm just talking about one specific thing, ranting on it, my thoughts on it, and that'll be that. Today's topic is one that I'm sure everybody who knows me in real life knows that I absolutely despise, and I can't think of a better way to start off this series than with this topic. We've got Lil Durk, and I'm also going to be going into my criticism of the trap genre as a whole because they kind of fall. Lil Durk is just a prime example. He's like the scapegoat I have for all of the issues I have with the trap genre. Lil Durk, I think, is the scapegoat for all of that, in my mind. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. I mean, so if you don't know who Lil Durk is a Chicago rapper. He's pretty popular. I believe he has around like 20 million Spotify listeners. 20.8 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He's pretty popular. Okay, he's pretty popular. What does that mean? Does that mean his music good? Does that mean his music is good? No. Lord, no. First of all, when you click on his profile on Spotify, I don't know what this dude is trying to accomplish with his hair. This spaghetti ass looking hair. Like, what is that? Okay, you do you, man. Whatever, I respect it. His music is worse than his hair by a long shot. I mean, the dude makes such I will say this about Lil Durk before I get into my criticisms. Knowing what he's been through, he's lost a lot of people close to him in his life, and I'm my deepest condolences extend to Lil Durk. And I will say that there is some emotion in his songs. Some. I don't think he does a very good job expressing that emotion. I don't think he goes into it very much. Doesn't do a very good job expressing how he's feeling. But you do you, man. If that's how you cope, that's how you cope. I do feel for you, and I hope you're doing all right. This is all just my criticism of his music. Now, with that being said, let's get into it. Lil Durk. Lil Durk. Oh my god. Lil Durk is one of the most boring, bland artists I've ever heard. And the entire trap genre right now, with guys like NBA Youngboy and Rod Wave and 42 Doug, and even Lil Baby can be thrown into that conversation. Even Drake can be thrown into that conversation. So many guys. So many guys. Roddy Ricch, if you ask me, falls into that conversation. You know, I'm sure many people will disagree with that. There are so many Polo G. There are so many terrible artists out there who fall into this trap genre, who make this trap rap genre of music, where it's every instrumental is the same. It's piano or acoustic guitar or heavy bass with drums and yada yada yada. It's either like acoustic sad boy, oh, I don't have a girl, but oh, nobody likes me, and oh, but I keep pushing, man. And then there's the piano ones where it's like it's like reminiscing on something, or like, oh, my guy is gone. My girl is gone. I'm missing her. And then there's the then there's the hype songs, where it's just stupid bass, terrible drums, and it's like, oh man, no, don't play with me, man. Nobody can mess with me. I'm the greatest man alive, and I got all this money, and you guys can't mess with me, and nobody's touching me. And Lil Durk literally has all three of these songs these three formulas to a T, and he rarely explores outside of this. And that goes for everyone in the trap genre. But Lil Durk, I think, is the one that first comes to mind when I think of why I hate trap music. The dude has a terrible voice. He tries to sing, it's terrible. He tries to rap, it's almost as bad, if not worse. Um, he how many albums has he released in the last 3 years? Um, like 4 albums, 5 albums in 3 years. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums in the last 2 years. Two of them have a deluxe edition, so I guess you can call it 9 albums. In the last 4 years, that is not a recipe for success, ladies and gentlemen. Not at all. Um, it, I'm at a loss for words when I listen to this dude's music because it's such a mind numbing experience. There is literally nothing exciting going on whatsoever. Now, guys like Drake, I can say this about Drake is that I do not really have a keen liking to Drake's music in the last 5 years, especially. But in general, I don't usually have a liking to much of Drake's stuff because it is, in my opinion, kind of boring. And from his perspective, doesn't really go into too much emotional detail and stuff like that. It's not really too deep, and the instrumentals are usually not that great. But Drake does occasionally dabble into these interesting instrumentals, and he does dabble into these interesting topics and these introspective and heartfelt topics, which I respect him for, and I do like plenty of Drake songs. Lil Durk, I've never seen that before. I think that all of the instrumentals that back up his terrible, terrible writing, his terrible vocals, everything, they're all bland. They all sound the same. The man literally cannot make an interesting song to save his life. I'm gonna read you some lyrics off of his latest album releases, "The Voice of the Heroes" with Lil Baby. Lil Baby is also a trap artist who I do not have a particular liking to. I think his voice is pretty annoying at some points, but I will say this, Lil Baby, if there's one thing Lil Baby that I can give him respect for, it's that his flow is absolutely killer. His flow is amazing. His lyrics aren't all that special, but his flow is very, very good. Lil Durk does not have anything going for him. Lil Baby at least has a flow. So Lil Durk and Lil Baby made this collab album, "The Voice of the Heroes." Lil Durk is the voice. I don't know why Lil Baby got the hero got the hero, the nickname hero. I never heard that before this album came out, but I guess he has that. Regardless, the first track is "Voice of the Heroes," and Lil Durk says on this track, I'm gonna read you some lyrics. Hold on. This is lyrics are courtesy of Spotify, who gets them from Music's Match, I think. Here we go. "I done seen my brother stack his bricks up and it looked like Tetris. Having real shootout up on the E-way, you can't miss your exit. Told the something, she can't hide the smell of my cologne, she gotta go change her panties." These are Lil Durk lyrics, by the way. This is terrible. This is what the trap genre has turned into. Not just Lil Durk is writing stuff like this. This is terrible. This is absolutely atrocious. Like Kanye West, my second favorite artist of all time. He has so many stupid bars. The Star Wars Chewbacca bar on Guilt Trip on Yeezus. The one about Messi. "They playing soccer in my backyard. I think I see Messi." That on Off the Grid. That one's terrible. But like, at least he has some interesting production and some actual most of his stuff, quality music that makes up for it. Lil Durk does not have that luxury. Every single song sounds stupid, sounds bland, sounds similar. There's literally zero artistic exploration from this guy, other than the fact that he started to dabble into singing, even though I think it's the worst decision he ever made because it's absolutely atrocious. His vocal inflections are always terrible. His voice just sounds so awkward over every single beat he's on. He doesn't do anything to add to any tracks unless the artist he's with is like Lil Pump, who's a whole nother can of worms. But Lil Durk, I think, is just such an atrocity in the music industry and in hip hop in general. It's guys like this who, I can't stand the stereotypes of like, oh, rap is all about money and girls and fame and I can't stand those because it's not. But guys like Lil Durk and guys in the trap genre today, That's all they rap about, and that's where the stereotype comes from. People who say, people that stereotype's been around for a long time. It never was true, but with guys like this, Lil Durk coming into the forefront, they're the next generation, as people are calling them. That's what the stereotypes are coming true. These people like Lil Durk, the stereotypes are coming true. Polo G, good God, he sucks. Oh my God, Polo G sucks. Very similar, literally the exact same thing as Lil Durk, except he gets a little bit less insufferable voice. Um, Wave, Roddy Rich, all the guys I mentioned earlier, they just suck. They just suck. It's the same formula. It's the same stupid beats. Everything is just repetitive. Same topics every time. The only thing that changes between song to song is which one of the three pillars they're rapping about: money, girls, or fame. Or I guess money and fame can go in the same thing. Money and fame. Is it money and fame? Is it girls, or is it don't play with me, man? Which one is it? It's I don't know. I can't stand it. Lil Durk is just the worst. He is just the worst. And I think that's the only takeaway you can have from this. Lil Durk sucks. And if you ever tell me that Lil Durk is one of your favorite artists, just don't even bother. Just do not even bother. You are instantly. I have lost all respect for you. Any of your opinions, I will not take into consideration ever again. The man is terrible. He sucks. And if you like his music, music is subjective, but this man legitimately has zero talents whatsoever. And that's going to do it for this one. Ryan's Rants, Episode 1, Lil Durk. We'll see which one comes next. I got a lot of stuff I can talk about in this series, but I had to just start it off with a banger. Lil Durk is definitely... There's no better way for me to start this than talking about Lil Durk and trap music in general, because they both... I don't need to go into it anymore. You get the point. They both suck. Lil Durk especially. Trap music also sucks. Lil Durk is the biggest proprietor of that. That's going to do it. Thank you for listening. Hopefully I can get some of these out quicker. More regular upload schedule, but we'll see. Thank you for listening. There should be a sports episode coming out relatively soon. We'll see if I can find time in my schedule to record. But if not, if the next episode you see is another rant, that'll be that. So, thank you for listening. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any other topics that you want to rant about, send in a voice message. I'll give my thoughts. I actually think that'd be pretty fun. But yeah, that's going to do it for this. Ryan's Rants Episode 1, Lil Durk and Trap Music. We will see you all in the next episode.